Yo, what up gamers, Report Doctor, and welcome to my Zeri ADC gameplay guide. So, I'm gonna be basically teaching you how to play Zeri as I play Zeri in this game. And first off, we'll cover what runes we're using. So we're running the lethal tempo, which is pretty standard on Zeri. The new patch hasn't changed anything about that. These are just the standard runes you would want to run in Zeri on any patch. Really, these are just the best runes for, you know, the champion Zeri as we know her. So as far as what has changed for Zeri in patch 12.23, her base stats are pretty much all up. That includes even her attack speed ratio, which basically means how much attack speed you gain from actually building attack speed. You might not realize, but it actually does vary depending on your champion's attack speed ratio. Caitlyn has a pretty low one, and apparently Zeri had a pretty low one too. It's a lot higher now. Her Q base damage is up, her Q AD scaling at early ranks is increased, but is the same at later ranks. W damage, the AD ratio is up, the base damage is up. Basically everything is up. Then as far as things that were actually changed and not just buffed. Oh, also her Q has lost 75 range. And then with her new E, it now lasts for 5 seconds instead of only 3 auto attacks. So that's pretty nice. It does a lot. You know, it's a lot better for wave clear now, since it's a lot less limited in that respect. I think it also, like, the pass-through damage is also, like, higher, even earlier on, without putting points in it. And it also now does magic damage on hit, based on your AD and your crit chance. I think here we're gonna level E, since we're running a more defensive lane here. And then for her ultimate, she no longer deals like magic damage on hit, but the chain lightning thingy that is still in effect. And the movement speed is now no longer permanent. I believe it only lasts 1.5 seconds after your auto attack. While the ultimate itself still lasts like 5 seconds or whatever the max limit is. But the movement speed you gain from auto attacking is not permanent during the ultimate anymore. So she's a lot less mobile in certain situations, although still very mobile if she... But yeah, by the way, little known fact about Zeri passive, it actually one-shots Zeri plants. Doesn't matter, you don't have to have it charged up, it just one-shots them, no matter what the context. You don't need to hit the plants with your Q at all, you're just always gonna one-shot them with passive. It's kind of crazy. And yeah, her W damage was changed to physical, as was her ultimate damage. So Zeri now deals a lot less magic damage. It's basically just on her passive, and on her on-hit on her E. So that covers all the changes. That's everything that's changed about Zeri for 12.23, unless I'm forgetting anything. But I think that should cover pretty much everything you need to know. That was meant to be an auto in this fortune. So when you're pushing in lane or when you're lost hitting, you want to try and lost it with your uncharged passive as much as you can. Yeah. Okay, they do have an ignite, so I need to watch out for that in case. I need to use an early heal. Yeah, you want to be last hitting with your passive as much as possible because it just saves you having to use a Q cast, which can then go towards... Oh, and we got a kill here. Maybe. I don't see her. Where is she? Damn, I'm not gonna be able to get her. Okay, we're forced to flash though. Yeah, the more you lost it with your passive, that means more Qs can go to doing max damage to other minions. Because if you manage to time your last hits with your passive, it goes from dealing like 10 damage to 70 damage. So that means that if you're doing that every single time, you're dealing a lot more damage to the wave a lot faster than if you weren't last hitting with your passive at all, right? Just basically earns you more DPS into the wave, meaning you wave clear faster, and also if you're not trying to wave clear at all, like you're just, you know, trying to poke at the enemies, it's also going to give you more Qs up to poke at the enemy because your uncharged passive, you know, as we know, it doesn't really... Hang on, I should E through here. It doesn't deal any damage to champions whatsoever, so there's no point doing it onto a champion just to harass them in lane because you're going to be getting in range for nothing. So you only want to be poking with your Q, and so the better your last hit with your passive, the more Qs you have available for PvPing. So whether you're shoving or just trying to last hit, or sorry, whether you're shoving or just trying to poke and not really trying to like shove the lane at all, it's still really important to just be able to maximize your passive usage for last hits. Whereas if you have your charge passive, that actually does deal a lot of damage to the champion. So at that point, you can switch over to lost hitting with your Q and just use your passive on a champion as soon as they get in your range. Like right now, I could just pressure Misfortune with this. I gotta watch out for the Zyra still too. Okay, I'm just gonna use passive on that because I wasn't 100% sure of my chances of getting it without it. Just gonna charge on Misfortune here. Okay, that was a bad W. Oh well, trade was still okay. You can see that we're much tankier in lane right now. We can afford to take a lot more damage and we can afford to go more aggressively than we could in previous patches. You don't have to play like such a cat anymore on Zeri because you can actually just afford to dash it and go for those trades. You deal a lot more damage, you take a lot less damage. Okay, I need to heal her just to keep her alive. Oh, she's gonna die anyway. Unfortunate. Gonna go in here. Okay, we got the W on Zyra. Nice one. Actually, I should be using my passive to listen more, as I've been mentioning. Not a like huge deal, but it would significantly increase your win rate on Zeri if you could maximize the usage of that in lane. You can see E is just much better for wave clear now. Feels really good because previously one of my least favorite things about Zeri was her wave clear. But now it's actually okay. It is still a little bit risky though because you have to use your only mobility, well, before level 6 at least, to use your wave clear, but at least you're more rewarded for taking that risk now. Okay, so here we can just go for Vamp Scepter, I guess. We're going to be going for the Shield Bow Rush. This is what you want to do on Zeri every game, pretty much. You can sometimes do Kraken Slayer if the enemy team is really, really tanky. But for the most part, I think everybody just goes Shield Bow in every single game. Can't really go wrong with it. So we're already off to a pretty good start in this lane because I have like a 20 CS lead against the Misfortune. And definitely I'll scale her. Zeri's scaling has not really been hit at all. It's pretty much just been that her early game has been made a lot less weak. But there's not much they did to like compensate for that, so she's really busted right now. So the on-hit for me can actually add a significant amount of DPS to your kit. I'm gonna go in here. Wait, hang on. There we go. There we go. Oh crap. That was tense. I was worried that Zyra would get her up in time to actually disengage there, which would make my flash a waste, but I guess I calculated the cooldown right. So we see the enemy jungler on mid lane, so we can just go ahead and eat the wave clear here. We can also go for this plating. It's kind of perfect for me that Soraka isn't sticking around for it, even though she should because she has the support item stacks to get. Actually, she could have had wards if she stayed here. Kind of weird that she didn't do that, but I mean, at least I get more extra gold this way. No, this is not what I'm building. Been building Ravenous Hydra on so many champions lately. It's just my go-to when I see I've got Vampirix up there. And so for a second item, what we're gonna do is just gonna be Phantom Dancer. Again, her build has not really changed much in that regard. We still build exactly the same. Ever since preseason, you do probably have the option of just building Navori if you want as a third item instead of Infinity Edge. I don't think it's significantly better than Infinity Edge though. I think it's just probably about as good. Would just be better if you want to focus more on W poke, and also if you just want to be more mobile with your E. Also, it would increase your ultimate damage by quite a bit, I assume. Haven't tried it yet, but I know it's fine because of win rates. So an exception to one thing to loss it with your passive is if you're actually just trying to charge up your passive, because every time you use your uncharged passive, it still costs you like 10 charges from your passive, so that might not be ideal for you. Just depends on the situation. So making sure not to overcommit here, saving my E just in case I needed to dodge the Zara. E. The Soraka's low. Oh god, she is probably dead, but I'm gonna try and save her. Yeah, she's dead here. We can probably get Zara 2 here. There we go. Yeah, so they can't... It was definitely a mistake from Soraka to get caught there, but at the end of the day, they also can't really afford to just waste all of their cooldowns on Soraka there. Because then I just get to clean them up. Because Zeri just does so much more damage in the early game now, it's just not even funny. So the base damage increase on Q is only like about 7 base damage. But she also gets like more attack speed because of her better attack speed ratio. She has a better early base AD, or AD ratio on her Q. W does more damage. I think passive even does more damage. You have more base AD. Just everything is up. Everything that you deal damage with. Okay, so we're gonna grab a longsword. That's gonna be the next component for our Phantom Dancer. You do have the option of maxing either E or W still. At the moment, maxing E is a bit more popular, but if Ravenous Hydra turns out to be pretty good or okay on Zeri, if you want to do that build, that would definitely benefit more from doing W max second, since even the AD ratio on this is massively increased. It's a really good ability to be spamming at the moment. It just does a lot more damage than it did before. Yeah, I don't have ult here, so I don't necessarily want to fight. That being said, I mean, I'm pretty safe. I can always just dash out again. Wow, they finished that instantly. Alright, I'm gonna get out of here. There we go. Okay, good thing I got lifesteal. And a Soraka when she gets back into lane. So I gotta be careful, because I'm pretty sure at this point I'm fed enough that I could handle this Fortune and Zyra, but I don't know about the addition of potential gank. So I see Mordekaiser mid. Now we also see... really mid, perfect. Yeah, I can fight here. At least I hope I can. Perfect. Oh, he didn't kill steal, nice. So I kind of wanted to prove that I didn't need the help from Wukong there. I had it all under control, but it's all good. I'm sure you guys could see that. So even just dealing more damage to turrets now as well is the crazy thing. You do a lot more wave clear, you do a lot more DPS with champions, you clear turrets faster, you lost it better. And on top of all that, you're like a lot less squishy. You don't have to be so afraid of like anything just killing you instantly. It's definitely just a whole new Zeri, except not really. She's still very much a lot like the old Zeri, just significantly better. Like Zeri before they gutted her. And then gutted her again. And then the gutting after that too. Actually, how much gold do I need for Phantom Dancer? Can't be much. Oh, actually it is 400. I suppose it would have been worth basing, but well. Huh, Soraka just died. Should be able to kill her pretty easily here. Pretty easily, come on. Fuck off, flushing her. There we go. Big mistake from them to take that fight. You would think they would learn their lesson. I mean, I'm clearly significantly ahead. Well, I mean, I guess when you think about it, it's not like I have too much more gold or items spent in my inventory, right? Oh. This is one person I can't actually fight. Okay, good thing she missed that then. Awesome. Okay, I can't really base here. I might get collapsed on. Shit, was there a Mordekaiser there? Yes, there was. And I don't currently have E. Okay, this is awkward. When is my E? Oh. Oh. Oh, why me? I'm so fucked here. Okay, at least I really died. Seriously, if he wanted to ult me, I wish he'd done this sooner because I could have 1v1'd them if I wasn't so low. I wouldn't have probably killed him in his ult, but I would have just completely outlasted him in there. The ultimate would have run out before he could kill me, and then I could go back using my mobility. Still not the worst fight to take. I just gave a big shot down to the Mordekaiser, who's actually pretty fed by himself too, to be fair. Maybe I'll have a chance of carrying this game. But yeah, what I was saying about the item differences, I guess it wasn't actually too huge. Like, I had my mythic and like some components where she just had her mythic. It wasn't that big a item advantage, I guess, but definitely on the new Zeri, very easily winnable fight for me if I just dodge the Zeri E, which is really easy because Zeri E be like that. Should be able to get Misfortune here. I've got Phantom Dancer from 1 speed. Yeah, Jesus, that chasing power is insane. Like, yeah, she doesn't have Turret 2 boots, but she does have magical footwear at least. It's just that I'm so fast. So 401 move speed base. Then if I'm in combat with my Phantom Dancer, 425 move speed. It's really crazy. Honestly, that's nothing new to Zeri. Although, well, I guess it kind of is. She does have 5 more move speed as well. I forgot to mention that. Increase her base move speed by 5. Might have played a small part there, but I still obviously would have caught her in the end anyway, I think. Just gonna use my E here to prove a point. Is that a ultimate? No. Could base, but I could also just wait 200 gold for BF Sword, I think. Oh. Okay. I was gonna say the compromise I'm gonna make is I'm gonna go mid. Oh, hello. Okay, there's no red buff to take. Not enough vision of their jungle to go aggressive there, so... Places a ward there, so I'm not face checking. Here I'm pretty confident there's not gonna be anybody, so I won't bother. Or, well, yeah, I mean, I obviously don't have another trinket to place, but I could have... use my W to make sure. So the later the game and the later into the game that you get, the less important it is, or like it stops being important at all, basically, to Starless sitting with your passive, because your Q just does so much damage by itself anyway. There's just no point trying to maximize that anymore. Oh lord, should I go in here? Fuck it. Just gonna wait out his movement speed before I start attacking again. What the hell? Okay, this is probably an overreaction. I didn't actually need to get that far away. Oop. Okay, well, I get to keep my move speed, thanks to Misfortune. I need to stay out of his ultimate range. Actually, fuck it, now I can just go and set. Come on! No way. Bro, how long is this movement speed actually gonna last? Oh god. No! Holy fuck! Holy shit. That was, intense fight. Let's put it that way. That's one fitting word. Let's get this one out. So you can see it's doing 46 on hit damage, my E. I don't... Oh, the on-hit damage doesn't actually seem to increase when you put points in your E, by the way. It's entirely based off of your AD, your AP, and also I think your crit. I saw something about that in the patch notes. Okay, we'll do this. So at this point you can do really... Oh, one thing I should mention, by the way, with the old Zeri, this wasn't too well known because I saw way too many people building it. But Lord Dominik's was actually pretty terrible on her because even she could increase her magic damage so much just by stacking AD. It was like not even worth. Like most of her damage in games that went to late game was magic damage, so it was just pointless to build Lord Dominik Summer Pen. But now that all of her damage has been changed into, I should probably talk about this after. Hang on. Should be able to pretty easily survive here, I hope. Yeah. We're gonna get him eventually. And I'd rather not use ult for it. There we go. Yeah, so now that almost all of your magic damage has been converted to physical damage, it makes Lord Dominic's a much more viable option compared to before. So we could do that, but looking at their comp, they don't have too much armor, so I'm gonna be going for Bloodthirster. Which hasn't really increased in viability like Lord Dominic's has. But it's definitely not decreased either, I don't think. But that being said, Bloodthirster is just one option. You can also just do Ravenous Hydra, I assume, because it's pretty broken on everything else. I'm assuming Zeri is going to be no exception. As a late game choice, at least. Woo! Nice kill steal. Nice one. But yeah, definitely we're going to be going for lifesteal, because Zeri benefits a lot from extended fights. Right? That's, you know, the whole point of her ultimate. Even though she doesn't get the move speed infinitely anymore, you know, at least up until her ultimate ends, she does get to keep stacking it up infinitely, so long as she can, you know, keep her ultimate active. And so the longer the fight goes, the stronger Zeri becomes, and so the longer she can stay alive, the stronger Zeri becomes. You know, even more so than other ADCs. You know, their usefulness isn't... They deal more damage the longer they stay alive, sure, because, you know, if they're dead, they don't deal damage, right? But with Zeri, it's different. Like, the longer you stay alive, you're gonna deal more damage than you were doing, like, 10 seconds ago, right? Just purely because you can get in range to do more stuff. And kite people that you couldn't kite before and stuff like that. This guy's getting real tired of my shit. Oh my god, this guy's tanky. How is he he's building assassin. What the hell? Anyway, how much do I need for Hydra? Just about 500 more gold. Just gonna dash backwards. I don't really need to dash. Oh my god. Through the wall, because I'm not really that scared of her. Can go on Misfortune here. No! Oh, come on! Ah, damn it, I choked that so hard I couldn't tell what was up and what was down there. Damn it, I could have healed. Should have been fine there, my bad. I got really tilted by the settle, interrupting what would have been the Misfortune kill. Oh well. We're good enough for Ravenous Hydra now. Ravenous Hydra is gonna basically synergize really well with the W, because the AD ratio on W now is insane. At least I'm assuming, yeah, it still critically strikes every time you shoot it through a wall. And so the 130% AD ratio, which is, you know, up from, I think previously it was either 110% or 100%, that gets doubled now to 260% as opposed to 220% or 200%, depending on what the original was, which I don't remember. And that's just a massively, like, higher AD ratio than you had previously. So, Ravenous Hydra currently being one of the items in the game that gives you the most AD. Just makes Zeri W extremely strong right now. Obviously it gives you more healing, which we've talked about as being very strong for Zeri. Let's pop ult here so we can chase him down. Because I am foreseeing a chase. God, he's fast though. Oh, he's ghosting. There we go. Okay, that's all I get to use my ultimate for though. Yeah, there is a set split pushing. Okay, I hope Wukong can deal with him because I'd like to push. Very easy clear on the wave there. Not bad. We still got shield bow. Oh god. Okay. Well, so does she apparently. No! Okay, at least Soraka. How did Soraka get her? What? Wait, that's really weird. She was all the way over here. How did she hit her with anything? Huh. I'm very confused. Also, yeah, goddammit, she had exhaust. Wait, I pinged that. Wait, I didn't even mean to click that. That was a misclick. But that the ping is the only reason why I noticed. Cool. Anyway, okay. Maybe can't get too cocky against Aurelia. I think my next item will be Lord Dominic's now. Definitely, I honestly never, ever considered building it on the old Zeri, but it's just massively buffed on her now, which is only a good thing, right? Well, it's not really, because I mean, it's sort of a good thing, sort of not. It really depends on the game, honestly. Because previously, if this Aurelia has, you know, like a bunch of armor from Tabis and Death's Dance, didn't affect me too much because I had so much magic damage, right? Whereas now all my damage is physical, so in that sense it kind of sucks. Because I have to build armor pen, but then again I do also get to build armor pen, and that also counts as her build. So, you know, it goes both ways. I'd say it is probably overall a net nerf. But, you know, at least you actually get to consider Lord Dominic's, which feels good to build sometimes. Okay, I have ultimate up, I'm gonna go for it. How did that hit me? Holy shit, it's slow. Got her. I'm just gonna ignore these Zyra plants because I know I'm not gonna die to them anyway. Yeah, you can see we're already slowed down from the ultimate. Now the ultimate is ended. Now we get nothing. So only while we're auto-attacking enemies that we get the move speed. Auto-attacking champions, actually, I think. I don't think enemies even count. Okay, so at this point, I'm pretty convinced I can't actually beat Aurelia unless I have my ult up. So we're not gonna bother trying that again. I'm a guy who learns from his mistakes. But I'm still gonna go for her anyway. Oh god, where's she? Oh god, she sees me. Okay, if she doesn't have vision on me, she can't get me. There we go. See, the old Vapora would have given her vision by auto-attacking her. By old Vapora, I mean, you know, me from like 2 minutes ago. But this new Vapora, he just doesn't touch her, so she can't dash on me. Oh my god, she is so strong. Jesus. Bro, what the fuck? How is she fed? Yeah, I mean, sort of. But she's got like 50 CS down on me. She's 12 kills down on me. Whatever, man. How much do I need for Lord Dominic's? That's gonna help a lot. Just gonna check she's not in there. Okay. Thought she might have been on Gromp, but good thing she isn't. We got to farm it. Yeah, so currently dealing like 71 on hit with your E. I mean, that's just insane. You're no longer quite as reliant on your ultimate for damage because you have a lot more damage pumped into your Q. Well, late game is not so much into your Q anymore, just into your base stats in general as well as your E. Yeah, E just, it's probably like the most improved ability she has, I think. Oh, damn. I almost go stole that. Anyway, I want a base now. Oh god, and this set is pushed fucking splitting anyway, we have to deal with him. Yeah, Sound needs to do something about it, man. Okay. Only losing inhib. It's taken me this long to realize I never swapped the blue trinket. It's fine. We correct that mistake about 15 minutes late. Okay, so we're now full build. So we're at the kind of stage of the game where I really want to stop using ultimate just to kill like one person maybe. I want to start maximizing its efficiency in team fights because I don't think it gets any stronger anymore. And one good team fight is all it's going to take for us to win this game. Or potentially lose it. So I don't want to risk us taking a bad fight or missing out on what could be a game-winning team fight. Oh, hello. Gotta be careful not to get flash ulted by this set. You see my damage onto Misfortune? Jesus. You're such an assassin right now, Zeri. I don't have to E through this wall. Seems to be all good. That damage. Ooh, I almost timed it right. There we go. That's what we were saving the ultimate for. It didn't even need sound, apparently. That was a 4v5, although I didn't notice that. Oh, your E on hit even affects turrets. I was just wondering that. I was like, let's see what happens if I use my E here. Does it damage the turret? It does. That's actually so sick. Just look. Such a significant increase to her DPS of the turrets. Now, it still depends on the situation. You don't want to do it if having no E is going to put you in danger, but you know you're safe. It's pretty handy. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe. If you want to see more content like this in the future, guys. If you want to see more guides, if you want to see more Zeri content, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Later, gamers.